And welcome back to Nordics Play Danganronpa to Havoc with Phantom and Velker.
Sup?
And Pukka. Whenever you are about to search through your friend's body and all their possession, drink Pukka. It helps you calm down. Hashtag Pukka, please sponsor me.
I still hate this game and her for giving a fucking loan.
And even... Ah! Hopeless! Hope! We have no choice but to just do it! Investigate. Monokuma fire! Okay. 12 noon, and we have no idea what time of day it is.
I assume it's sometime like afternoon or so. Because he
Would
slept
be
for a while, didn't he?
Yeah, and there was also that the body was still slightly warm.
And there was stuff happening earlier on, so...
Under that floor of the skull. A strong blow to the victim's head. But where? Delightfully graphic.
I was just wondering if there was a strong blow to her head, where's the blood from that blow?
Ooh.
Because you bleed really easily on the head.
And we do have a working theory about this one. Which is solely based on Phantom not choosing the actual killer.
No.
I think the case this time might be a challenge.
Ooh. Why is that?
それは
The only way into the rec room is the door we just came through. Indeed.
Facts.
If you didn't notice.
At least for the time being.
Unless you're Monokuma.
Yeah.
That door had been jammed shut with a chair from inside the rec room.
Ooh.
Which means the killer would have had to escape somehow after barring the door. Again, no problem when it comes to Monokuma since he can went anywhere.
Yeah.
And
So-
basically there is a way out of each and every one of these rooms.
If the door was blocked from this inside, and there was no way in or out till we broke the window, except for Monokuma and anybody who happens to find the Monokuma venting places, there's like zero escape, right?
Another game series.
つまり
In other words, this is a classic locked room murder.
Just taking sip of Pukka. Locked room murder.
So, kind of annoying how he repeats everything that I say. He's like a parrot.
Pali wants a cookie. I guess you might see this kind of thing in a lot in mystery movies or books or whatever. But could it really happen in real life? And right before our very eyes like this? Or are we just all in a video game of sorts?
ね
Are you curious to hear more about what a locked room murder entails? I'm going to tell you anyway.
Sure, if you don't mind.
Then he
Yeah.
doesn't realize anything in the first place. To break down this kind of murder mystery, there are 4 basic types.
And Phantom knew almost all of them.
The first type is when the locked room is created after the actual crime is committed. In other words, locking the door after the murder. This simply means that the killer commits his crime and then through some special method seals the room.
Strings!
And all that kind of stuff. This mainly involves some sort of trick involving the locking of the room. Basic approaches include using a string or simple mechanism. There are a number of variations.
Yeah. So, for that, all we have to do is check the door to see if that's what it was, right?
そう
Second type is when the locked room already exists before the crime is committed. Yeah, you'll commit the crime from outside the room somehow.
Oh,
つまり
Basically, the killer uses a special contraption or tool from outside to target the victim inside. Push a switch and it fires a handgun. You shoot an arrow through a gap in the door. Something like that.
だけど
Knock a person on the head from outside the
Yeah.
door. But in this case, it doesn't seem to fit.
how do you see that?
There are no guns or arrows in the school. How can you be sure
Yep.
the door doesn't have any gap that will allow it? Because there's still 5th floor, and there's the staircase from the 1st floor that's still locked.
Yep.
So who knows what's beyond that?
Indeed. And we even surmised that Genocide Chill didn't have her scissors, and voila, she had. People can have all sorts of things with them. Yeah, I think we can probably cross that one off the list.
そうね
The third type is when the killer stays in the room until it's opened up. Then slips out, I think.
Monokuma? What do you mean by that?
つまり
Is stay hidden when the door is open to use the confusion to blend in with the group. 3 people walked in, you would have noticed that someone joined your group. Just
And
saying.
this room isn't really good for hiding.
They pretend they showed up along with everyone else, and that's that. And seriously, if it had been like, 30 people just walking in,
Yeah.
you might have been able to just blend in, but there was 3 people. I noticed that. Where did you come from? Just walked in.
Yeah. That sounds like it could have been possible, maybe? No.
No,
そうね
definitely not. You have noticed if either Byakuya or Toho slash Genocide Jill, it was Jill last time, or Hiro just walked in your group like,
Hello.
Fourth and final type is when it wasn't actually a locked room at all.
Not a locked room?
つまり
Stop repeating everything I say. By that I mean, there actually is an alternative escape route somewhere within the room. Monokuma vents.
Monokuma vents.
You see, there's a lot in novels and things, but in reality it's generally not possible. There are Monokuma vents!
Yeah.
So it is possible.
And if a chubby little bear can fit through there is probably enough space for example Toko to crawl through.
Yeah. For example, Toko, because she's the smallest of them.
Yeah.
She could easily fit in through that.
Then you think we can cross that one off too?
ええ
Believe so, yes. Monokuma vents!
Yeah.
It's the most likely out of those, by the way. So, when it comes to the locked room mysteries, those are the basics. Thank you for the lecture.
Fuck. Damn it!
What?
No! How do you get it off?
What?
Ah, it was the valley key, but how do you take it off? Damn it!
そうね
That's a good question. Answering that should be our primary focus during this trial. Right now, I can't really say.
I see. The way the killer set up the locked room. Until I figure that out, the truth behind Sakura's death will stay hidden. And I want to get rid of the auto! It's definitely a tough mystery. I need to concentrate and investigate as much as I can.
Can you click play key again?
No.
Oh,
Oh,
it's oh.
finally! For Sakura, if nothing else. God damn. Woo!
I have no trouble keeping up, but
What the pressure! Okay, it was almost done anyway. Okay.
Okay.
What?
What's that? Is that a
Propane?
canister? Yeah.
And why is it over the glass
Yeah.
shards?
It's like someone dropped it there after the window was broken.
Yeah. There's some kind of plastic container rolling around near the entrance of to the room.
It's
それは
what so? It looks like a protein drink.
Protein?
It's empty. But I mean, it was on top of the glass, so it came to the room after you burst in.
Or someone else has already noticed it and knocked it around. Sakura must have drank it. Everyone knows how much she loved her protein. And she mentioned more than once how protein was good for all sorts of ailments. And I mean, we have another one who really likes their protein.
違うの
Wouldn't take that to heart if I were you.
I know. But still, this protein can. It's got a label on it that says Chem A2.
Chemistry.
Yeah. That reminds me, Sakura mentioned how the chem lab had all kinds of health stuff. So, she must have forgotten this from the chem lab.
ちょっと
That's strange.
Huh? What is?
ね
See what's scattered around the can. Yeah, indeed, because it's on top of the glass.
Shards of light blue glass. They must be parts of the window I broke to get inside.
えそう
They aren't just scattered around the can. They're also underneath it.
Absolutely awesome that they for once point out the strange things right from the get-go.
Instead of all, I wonder.
Yeah. Why does that matter?
それは
Makoto. Can't say for sure yet, but you're probably going to want to take note of it.
Yes.
Really it. Feel like it'll become an important clue later on.
Exactly.
Because it shouldn't be on top of the glass.
Yeah. An important clue? I'm not sure
Makoto.
I see how. I'm kind of
Makoto.
stupid.
Stupid says Makoto.
Nice.
It's a candy wrapper on the floor.
It's strange
It's a
to say
candy
the
wrapper.
least.
It looks like a candy wrapper.
This looks like some kind of a wrapper.
Oh, that's...
Poison! Do you recognize it, Hina?
それは
Yeah! I mean, I gave it to her.
Hmm.
That's a candy wrapper. Yeah, it was a candy wrapper.
Hmm.
Sakura got super upset when she found out Genocide Jill had attacked me, right? Yeah. So, after we left the nurse's office, I gave it to her. Thought it might help her calm down a little.
The candy wrapper.
Indeed, not the candy, but
Yeah.
the wrapper.
So you gave that candy to Sakura?
Found a big box of it in a warehouse. I really like them.
Is this going to be a case where Byakuya tried to poison Aoi and managed to poison Sakura?
Actually, as soon as we could get into the warehouse, I took the entire box back to my room.
Oh.
Sure, nobody else could get their hands on them. It's kind of greedy.
Yeah. And slightly
Do you have your donuts already?
sus.
Mm-hmm.
You really like them that much?
だって
I wanted Sakura to get a chance to try one for herself. That's why I gave it to her.
Well, apparently she got to try it.
But now, they've lost all their flavor.
Name. Nice. Polka dot candy wrapper.
Oh, it is polka dot. Broken glass.
And
There's
the
broken glass
blur.
behind her.
And it's one of those, I believe.
Well, I mean, it's brown glass and they're brown bottles.
There are shards of glass scattered all around the chair Sakura was sitting on.
Sakura looks kind of weird from this angle.
Yeah. The glass is all red, and there are top and bottom sections of the bottle, right?
Wonder.
So this must have originally been a bottle.
Well done.
No.
Well done. Aren't you smart? Nice.
Glass heart on the flop.
Can you check the bottles on the top of the shelf?
Huh? There's something else on the ground near the glass. Yep.
It's a knight.
Yep. It's a Monokuma figure.
Nice. You check the bottles.
Why is this
It's open.
open? Yeah, because it's one of these. So someone was hiding here, came out, took one of these and smacked Sakura.
You're like, what the hell?
And I do believe at that point Sakura was dying already. Because smack on the head just doesn't kill her. There are 4 red bottles lined up on the shelf.
Wait. Pawn, rook, knight, bishop, queen, king. There are 2 bottles.
There are
missing.
2 bottles missing.
Queen is missing.
And inside each bottle there's some kind of Monokuma figure.
Where's the other one?
What I'm wondering is, how did they get those figures inside the bottles?
それは
It's no different from your standard ship in a bottle.
Hmm.
They built them. Derp.
Huh?
No, where the bottle's opening is smaller than the boat placed inside. You idiot. Never seen that?
No!
Tamik Makoto.
Oh yeah, maybe I have.
つまり
So, this is the Monokuma version of that. Monokuma bottle, if you will.
Nice. I feel like I'm finally starting to make sense of this. Little by little. Sure.
Still looking at some bottles.
5 Monokuma bottles sitting on the shelf. 5 bottles of Monokuma the shelf.
Oh.
And oh yeah, this was a no.
You can't count!
6, yeah. 6 Monokuma bottles on the shelf. I was supposed to start with the starting setup, but I forgot that was actually the second one missing. The Monokuma figure we found on the ground. The red shard of glass, which probably started out as a bottle.
Makoto.
Which would mean Sakura must have been hit in the head with a Monokuma bottle, right?
Hold on.
Good job.
That's not the thing that killed her.
No. The shards of glass and the Monokuma figure are evidence of that. So I think it's safe to say the Monokuma bottle was the weapon. No.
But I mean, who was it?
Yeah.
Check the...
Huh? The locker's open and they're on the inside.
Handprints.
Yeah. It's a handprint.
It's rather dusty.
Yeah.
It's a handprint in there. Well, someone was hiding there.
It was protein dust. It looks like someone touched the inside of the locker and it left handprint in all the dust.
そうね
It looks quite fresh too. So someone was hiding in here in the locker. They left behind a little something extra.
So then, maybe the killer hid in here until the locker room was open, don't you think?
Locked room.
And during all the confusion, they popped out and joined the rest of the
Makoto.
crew.
Makoto, are you saying that like evil Sasayaka jumped out of the locker?
Bang!
Cause nobody else would have been able to do that.
Yeah.
違うわ
Yeah, I mean, come on. Makoto, Kyoko and Hina came in. And they were the only ones in, and Hina actually had to look for the other 3.
Yep.
So it's not possible that Hirobyaku and Togo would have been able to just go, Sup! Come on, Makoto.
But imagine Hiro being in there with all his hair.
Well, I mean, they stuffed him in the Robo Justice suit,
Yeah.
so you think it's possible? I mean, one of them was there.
Mhm.
I think. Unfortunately, that's not a possibility.
Why not?
ね
Oh god, you're stupid. Think back. Before we opened the door, we looked inside the room, right? Yeah, and it was open even then. Remember?
Oh yeah.
Oh, there are
And
no
the
handprints.
locker was already open at that point. And no handprints. Sus!
Mm-hmm.
ええ
So there's no way someone could have hidden in there until after we opened the door.
But what if someone was a magician? Yeah, so then, what does this handprint mean?
It means someone was inside.
Nice.
Why is there blood near the magazines?
Yeah.
I mean, that's odd.
And there's not really that much of blood if it was involved with the puking.
Yeah, I mean, that's a really small drop.
Yeah. There's a blood stain in front of the magazine shelf. It must have come from Sakura,
Did
right?
they?
But that doesn't make sense. Why is this so far away from where she died?
Nice. Should we check Sakura? Haven't checked her body yet.
Yeah. Sakura drew her last breath sitting slumped forward in this chair. There's obvious evidence of the blow to
Is
the
there?
head Sakura suffered. I don't even see it, but there is obvious evidence. Normally, I wouldn't have any problem believing that was that
You're
that's
having a bit
what
of trouble
killed her.
there.
But according to the monochrome file, she had also vomited blood.
Where is that blood?
Okay. And I can see a trace of blood on her lips for sure.
I'm just going to point out that if she was vomiting blood rather violently, there would be blood all over her shirt,
Oh, yep.
skirt, the chair, the floor.
What would have caused her to vomit blood? The monochrome file specifically said she hadn't suffered any other injuries. Well, it said there was no apparent other injuries. Her insides could be highly messed up. Nice.
Noise.
Maybe her getting hit on the head somehow caused her to start
No.
vomiting blood. No. Not a chance, my good sir. You idiot. Name!
まあいいだろ
However, your eyes have landed on a most interesting location. I see where you are looking. And I think it's not really appropriate, you know. Interesting?
う当然だ
Makoto, you're a parrot.
Yes, most interesting, don't you agree?
Oh.
No, I don't think I'd call it interesting. But it does make me wonder. The reason Sakura vomited blood absolutely has to be connected to why
Well
she
done,
died.
Makoto.
No!
Well done. What else? Is there anything we have? Oh, there's the chair that kept the door locked. I think.
Yeah, it was from here. Oh, wait, is that? Yeah,
It's like looks different.
that's different chair.
Yeah, I mean, by the door.
There's footprints. Oh, no,
Yeah.
no, it's just a different lighting. The chair was showed up against the doorknob,
Sure.
so we couldn't get the door open. There's no evidence that any kind of strings or mechanism was used on the chair. In other words, there's no reason to think the chair had anything special done to it. Okay.
Okay, yeah, I mean, that's just saying that nobody pulled it against the door from the outside.
And
think that's the point.
that should be it, so we probably need to talk to them.
Yeah.
でも
For Sakura to have been killed.
Yeah. She's not the type who would go down without fight.
そうね
And she certainly didn't, I would say. She was the ultimate martial artist, strong in body, mind, and spirit. Like the rest of you idiots. So how was the killer able to get the upper hand on her? Wonder, did someone get the upper hand? Hint, hint.
They must have taken her by surprise, right?
確かに
Certainly. Then they would have needed to if they expected to stand any chance against her. Oh.
何なの
We already know who did it!
It was one of those three! Good showing.
許せない
Kyotoko Hiro, it had to be one of them!
So we don't know who it was, we know who it might have been.
They couldn't stand aside of her. We've heard this already. Do you have anything new to add? Agree with me. Don't you, Makoto? No. Unfortunately, no.
Well, I don't want to say anything for sure without finding out more.
Let me help you find out more. See, Sakura asked all three of them to meet with her. Know where? Right here in the rec room.
Really?
That's interesting.
What?
I went to the nurse's office this morning. Sakura and I both left together. Right?
Are you starting to make yourself look sus?
She is looking sus right now. Not being sus. Eventually she went off on her own. When I saw her again after that, she told me. She said she left a note for each of them. Don't listen to notes. I slipped under the door.
Yeah, why do you leave notes? It's not like the people in here are hard to find.
I mean, don't slip notes under the door. That's what killed stupid Leon.
Yeah.
Poor stupid thing. They haven't learned anything from that.
No.
I mean, don't answer to notes, but meet me somewhere. Again, that's what killed poor stupid Leon. Leon. And that's what killed Taka.
Yeah.
And that's what got Hiro blamed for it all.
Yeah.
So, still haven't learned it. Don't do that. It's highly sus. We asked them to meet her in the rec room by noon.
By noon, the Monokuma file said she died right around then.
I'm telling you the truth. It's right from Sakura herself.
Well, does any of the three still have the notes?
I tried to stop her. She wouldn't listen. Said not to worry. She just wanted to talk to them. Well, she probably did.
Yeah.
This is what happened. I stopped her by force, but this never would have happened.
How exactly?
How do you stop Sakura?
I mean, even if you tried to lift her from the ground, she would just walk over you and drag you with her. Name. It's impossible not to have regrets, I know. Nice. But the fact that she had asked those three to meet with her, and she asked them to come to the rec room at noon, the same time and place she ended up dying. It might be good to confirm what I just heard with the three of them directly. Well, lucky,
Hey, hello. One of
lucky
them
for
is
you.
here.
You were in the row to be questioned anyway.
なんだ
What do you want? You're bothering me.
Bothering you standing around.
There's something I'd like to talk to you about. Make it quick. Is it true that Sakura asked you to meet her in the rec room? So you found out. Interesting. Then it's true. I did receive a note to that effect, yes. But what fool would do what I said and risk being killed by that monster?
Yakuya, that's really rude.
So you didn't go to see her? Of course not. I ripped the note to shreds and threw it away. I haven't seen Sakura today at all. Yakuya says he didn't go see her. Is that the truth? Well, until I can prove otherwise, I have no choice but to accept it as a fact.
Well, how do
Oi.
you prove it?
If you're all finished, please remove yourself from my sight. Okay, thanks. Nice.
Guess we have to find Togo and Hiro then.
Yes. But that has to take place in our next episode. But
Right.
there seems to be quite a lot of shenanigans in this one as well.
I mean, it wasn't as straightforward as I originally thought.
No. But I'm still willing to bet it was a suicide.
That was the theory we had based on the fact that I haven't chosen a murderer.
Exactly.
That's what we're basing it on.
And I mean, there has to be some shenanigans for Sakura of all people to go down. Even though it was kinda highly likely that she would be one of the victims.
But I'll just say that Hina is looking rather sus.
Oh yes, she indeed is.
Which is
So-
a bit strange.
She might have been involved, which is kinda weird. But we will find out all the truths in our upcoming episodes. So, until then,
I was kinda under the impression that I wouldn't have to do this anymore ever since, you know, that person came along, but they told me I have to do them once in a while too, so, subscribe, and leave a comment maybe, like, dislike, I don't know, I mean, I wasn't even in this episode, so I seriously, damn. And I mean, I kinda good since I really didn't like Sakura anyway, but well, I did my part. So that's all is in this. Yep. Go on. Bye bye.
bye bye.